Let me ask you another question. This is about Kyle Shanahan, man. This surprised the heck out of me. I was at the game. Kyle Shanahan did the pregame show for the Super Bowl, and he was wearing a suit. He was doing all the things that Brock Purdy. He looked great. He was clean shaven. He spoke really well. He's kind of known for saying and stuff all the time. He didn't really do that. He was the best version of himself. He's never done a show like that I can remember. Maybe once or twice, but this was the Super Bowl. Why do you think he did it now? What was this about?
I thought it was just a regular thing. Like, I think I'm wrong, but like, don't like if it's in that, let's say this, like the Super Bowl next year is at SoFi, wouldn't Sean McVay be there? Or is that like not a thing? I thought
Well,
that
he's
like
probably
when I
gonna be
saw,
playing in the game.
well, when I saw Kyle Shanahan and Fred, I wasn't like, oh my God, it's them. I was kind of like, oh, Super Bowl's in San Francisco.
Makes
Like,
sense. That makes
I thought
sense.
that was a thing.
That makes
I thought that was a Kyle Shanahan didn't seem robotic. He just seemed
Let me ask you
normal.
it this way, Maj. It's not that's a good point. It just seemed like he was really up for it. And the
Yeah.
Kyle that I thought I knew wouldn't want to do that. It seemed like he wanted to do it, and it seemed like he did a good job. So where did that come from?
I don't know. And he like see even like they asked him like, oh, like what about the Seahawks? Do like what do the Patriots have to do to beat the Seahawks? And he was like, oh, I don't know. I haven't scored points with them the last 2
I
games.
like
Like he
that.
said something like that. Like that was funny. It was like he was
Yeah.
opening. It was weird. He's usually very robotic, and he just wasn't robotic. So it was. I don't know why he's not like that during press conferences and as a coach. Like that's how we should be all the time instead of being like during press conferences, Grant, you ask him questions and it looks like he wants to shoot you in the head. Like
I thought this year it was better though.
it was better, but
2
there was
years
some
ago it was
point where he
bad.
was like, "What did you just say to me?"
Yeah,
Like,
it was
there
bad
think-
2 years ago.
Yeah, it was bad. It was very
This year I brought him the shot at tequila at the owners' meeting. He didn't drink it, but I think ever since then he's like, all right, Grant might just be
didn't
nuts.
drink
he might
it?
not hate me personally. No, he was like, dude, you're trying to get me in trouble. You can drink it. I was like, all right. It was free.
I agree with Maj here. I think this is my takeaway from that. One, he did a good job. Two,
Great job.
I think this is an inclination that he might be able to change. And what I mean by that is his personality seems different. I think he's accepted he's not smarter than everybody else, which it took him years to accept. And obviously that was evident in the comment he said about Mike McDonald. I liked that he had some edge to him and was like, look, I lost my first 3. So did my dad. He won 2 after that. I'm going to win 1 soon. I liked that. I respected that. I know people are hating on Fred for saying we're going to win next year. I like that too. Fred was incredible.
Yeah, but what is he
I don't know.
supposed to say? Like, I hate when people are
know, I
like,
know.
"No, you're not."
But-
What's he supposed to say? We're gonna make it to the divisional round, then get knocked out again. That's like, of course he's gonna say,
But
"Yeah, we're gonna win the Super Bowl."
I think my main thing is like I have hope for at least when you're behind in a game, maybe he changes his philosophy. Maybe he changes it entirely. I don't know because he's changed his personality. He's kind of more open that he's not the smartest guy in the room. And remember, he is a smart guy. He's got to be able to survive, right? If he doesn't adapt to the Mike McDonald's defenses that don't want you to do these motions and stuff, that kind of negates this yak type of stuff that he loves, he's going to have to adapt his offense. And I think, maybe that's a revolutionary like take in terms of like, oh, just because he opened up his personality, he's still like stubborn as shit. Like maybe, but like I think that's a step in the right direction because he's accepted who he is.
Yeah.
See, what you're answering is what does it indicate about his inner self? I love that answer. It's a great answer. What I was going to go a different direction. My question is more, what was his motivation? I love your answer. My suspicion for I don't know his motivation, but my suspicion is it was more image driven. I mean, he shaved he shaved, he combed his hair, he wore a suit. He wanted to look really put together. And to me, he's not on the hot seat. But he's entering year 10, and everyone knows he looks old and tired, and he hasn't won his Super Bowl, and he's only got 2 years left on his deal. And I think he wanted to sort of massage his image a little bit or remind people who he is on the biggest stage. Hey, I'm Kyle Shanahan. I'm really put together. So there's that, to sort of endear himself to people who might be getting a little tired of him, his own fans, and sort of maybe get the rest of the league excited about him. But also, is it possible? He's been doing this a long time. He's been coaching a long time. Look at how much it has aged him. We all talk about it. It's he works really hard. He has kids who are entering high school. Is it possible he's sort of thinking like, "Hey man, this was easy. Like I was good at that. They'll pay more for me to do this than to do that. I'm always a winner when I talk on the mic. I can't lose." Like it happened to Gruden. It happens to I'm just wondering, is it possible this
Gruden won a
guy's thinking
Super
like, "You
Bowl
know what?
before that.
Life would be way less stressful if I just talked and I'm good at it."
I still think he knows that at his caliber of coaching, he needs a Super Bowl before he does that shit. And if he never gets it, he's just he's just gonna be unhappy the rest of his life.
Is it possible he knows? He did say he got his 3 losses out of the way. He's got 3 ahead of him, but is it possible he knows he missed it, man? I mean, someone kind of owns him right now.
Theoretically, I also think like he knows like it was so hard for him to get that team to 12 wins this year. Like that was like vintage Kyle. That was his best coaching performance. He knows that roster. Maybe he doesn't have as much faith in John Lynch in drafting the players. We know Kyle has had. Is he
trying to develop young players for a future, or is he bringing back Deebo Samuel for one last run? I mean,
he might be. I mean, that's a possibility. But what happens if they win the Super Bowl next year? Then he can.
Dude, if they win the defense, build for the future and plan for the future. But on offense, he's still got Juszczyk on the field. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Hey, what did you think of Juszczyk, by the way, that answer about dinner with God or Super Bowl? And he was like the only player that was like, oh, Super Bowl 1,000 times over.
It's a good question.
That's how I feel about that. So, yeah, I wonder if Kyle Shanahan's going to end up being an announcer at some point soon. Because he really demonstrated that he'd be really good at it. And I do think that coaching has aged him a lot, and maybe he might want to take a year off. If the Niners were to let his contract expire, he could jump right to another team, or he could take a year off, make hella money talking, and relax with his wife and his family, and then go be a coach the next year. I'm just saying it's an option. It's fun. Kyle, if you're watching, I love talking about football. It's way better than coaching. Not that I've ever coached.
Well, McVay almost did that, remember? McVay was about to dip after he won the first Super Bowl.
Kyle might be better at it because I think there's a little bit more of like an authenticness, like McVay's like like okay, man, all right, relax.
Yeah, he looks like he's naturally
McVay's annoying too
all day. Yeah, he's a little annoying.
So annoying.
Kyle's kind of laid back.
Yeah, he's chill.
I like him better.